Complete the table below for the differential equation dy dx is equal to x minus y. So we can see all the ones where y and x are equal have been already put into the grid for us. So all of those are 0. So let's go down this way. So x is negative 4, and then we're taking away y. So if we're in this box here, that's negative 4, take away negative 3, negative 4 add 3 is negative 1. And then that's going to be negative 2, negative 1, when we take away 0, it's going to be negative 4, and then we're going to have negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8. If we go down the next column, x is negative 3. Negative 3 take away negative 4 is negative 3 add 4, which is 1. And then this one will be negative 1, this one will be negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7. Go down this one, negative 2. Negative 2 take away negative 4 is negative 2 add 4, gives us a gradient of 2. Then we'll have a gradient of 1, then 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. When we're taking away negative 1, it's going to be 3, then 2, then 1. And you can see exactly what's going to happen with all of these. So I'm just going to pause and fill it in. So there we have it, completely filled in. And on the grid below, we're being asked to draw the slope field for those points with a gradient of 0, 1, or negative 1. So remember, gradient of 0 was when y was equal to x. So basically, anywhere along the line, y equals x. And we'll just put them at grid points. And so we're going to have a gradient of 0 there. We'll have one here, 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 and so on, all the way along the line y equals x, which I shouldn't really have drawn on, but you get the idea. We just put the gradients on, not that actual line that I drew on dashed in blue. Okay, so our tangent field will contain all of those. You might draw them a little bit longer, but probably not too much longer. You don't want them merging into the next point over. Now remember, we had dy dx was x take away y. So, for example, at negative 3, negative 4, we would have a gradient of 1. So negative 3, negative 4 is here. We would have a gradient of 1. And that's going to be the case all the way along a line here where the y value is 1 less than the x value. And we'll go back up and we'll look at the table and show that that actually works. So, for example, negative 3, negative 4, the gradient there was 1. And then the next line up, for example, taking x is negative 3, y is negative 2, that's going to give us a gradient of negative 1. So negative 3, negative 2 will have a gradient of negative 1. And then that is going to be the same all the way along that straight line there. And so we'll just finish that off. And there we have it. And of course, it's much more difficult to draw other gradients. How are you going to tell the difference between a gradient of 8 and 7 on something you're sketching? So you wouldn't be asked to draw all of the points.